Hey there, fellow booktubers. It's Matt here with a new Business BookTube Newbie Tag. Wow, that's a mouthful to say. And I got tagged in this BookTube tag from Rosanna Sunley and Tony Mosey, who also are avid business book readers. So I'm very excited to be joining this new community of business booktubers as well as booktubers. So yeah, I mean, fantastic to be part of this community. We've got 10 questions for this video today as a new booktuber. Okay, so the very first question I have here is, why did you make this channel? So for me, I've actually had this channel for about 6 months now, and it's about the same time that my website launched back in January. So I created this channel actually as an extension to my website. And then I realized actually there's all these booktubers out there. I did a little, research on YouTube and found out, all these booktubers. And most of booktubers read and review fictional books. And actually I have no problem with fictional books. It's part of my mission to spread the importance of gaining knowledge through reading. So I really want other people to start reading more. Most people you might find have not picked up a book in the last year. People that have graduated from university, probably less than 50% of the people ever pick up a book again for pleasure or for self-development. And that's kind of scary. So that's part of my mission actually, is to help people realize the benefits of reading, because reading is so beneficial. I can tell you, more of my story here. You can also visit my website About Me page, but here I'll touch on it a bit here. So back in 2015 is when I really started reading avidly, and my wife encouraged me to start a business, and I had no idea where to start. So eventually I decided to go to the bookstore and picked up my first ever business book, which is actually in this stack behind me. Now I've got tons, but the first ever was Second Chance by Robert Kiyosaki. This book was amazing, and it pretty much changed my life. So the purpose for this channel is to get other people to realize their potential by reading books. Books can change your life like they did for me. So I'm really excited to be part of this community. I think I've already said that many times, but it just tells you that I am very, very excited. Also, another reason is I created this channel to meet more booktubers, or people who really love reading. So yeah, I think I need to, actually comment more and search more. A lot of my time I spend on Instagram or Facebook. So yeah, I definitely need to spend more time on YouTube creating videos and interacting with all these awesome book lovers out there. So second question here is, what are some fun, unique things that you can bring to the BookTube community? Alright, well, like I said earlier, this is the new Business BookTube, but also BookTube as well, including all sorts of books. I think, for me, since I read about 2 business books per month, and one fictional book per month, I can add this uniqueness of business books, of course, because not many people do Business BookTube. So I think adding this texture and knowledge of business books to the mix will be a very good thing. I've already done one interview, but I would like to do more interviews, like interviewing influencers in the entrepreneur field or education field or any sort of field that I feel like interviewing at the time. I do a few other videos just stating my thoughts on a particular topic, which may not necessarily deal with a book, but it has to deal with the general subject of business or mindset. Okay, so I think all these things are fairly unique. Okay, the third question I have here on this paper is, what are you most excited about for your channel? Well, I want to reach more people. I specifically want to reach people that maybe don't read that much, because that's part of my mission. But of course, those people that aren't reading that much maybe might not be searching for books. So the second best would be to reach those booktubers out there that don't read many nonfiction books. That would be the second best option there, and to try and get you guys to start reading some more nonfiction books. It may sound boring, but once you get into it, you guys, it's really exciting, and you can actually feel the difference in your own body and mind. It's a really amazing feeling. So that's really what I'm excited about for this channel, and also to express my creativity. I mean, I personally have not really been that comfortable filming myself and then putting it out there, but the more I do these types of videos, the more comfortable I will be with it. And I also do public speaking as well, so this is good practice for me to, actually make these videos and as if I were practicing doing a public speaking gig. So it's all good and all fun and all experimental and just improving and looking back to like maybe my first video until the last video that I made, to see the difference of quality, okay, and growth. Okay, the fourth question I have here is, why do you love reading? Well, reading is amazing. And like I said, back in 2015 is when I first picked up my first self-help book. And that is the year that really my life changed. Before that, I was reading fictional books, specifically science fiction and fantasy. And what I love about those types of books is you can really delve into the story, and you can soak your mind in the story and really feel like you are a part of that story. So I still do love reading science fiction and fantasy books, but I have cut back. That way I can get more of these nonfiction books into my brain. I also love reading to help others. See, the way that I look at it is, the smarter I get, the better I will be at helping others. Such a good cause, right? Okay, and fifth question here is, what got you into reading? My dad, probably at first. Back when I was a child in elementary school, I would see my dad reading Stephen King or Star Trek. So actually Star Trek really got me into reading books. But at that time I was only reading like 1 or 2 books a year in elementary school, and they were like, a full-fledged Star Trek novel. So for like a 6, 7, or 8 or 9 year old, that might be quite difficult. So I only read like one per year. But really, the thing that really got me into reading avidly was that year 2015. So you'll probably hear that year quite a bit. I've also written about that quite a bit on my website. So you can see that there. The 6th question here is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Okay, well, I haven't been part of the booktubing scene for that long. Like I said, I've had this channel for about 6 months now, but only have done like a little bit of research on what BookTube is and have seen all the fictional booktubers going at their thing. So I don't really have a favorite booktuber. So I'm just going to ask all of you booktubers out there, how do you personally improve your quality of videos and sound? I already might know the answer to that question, but I'm interested to hear your answer. How do you bring your energy across to people to get them engaged? And where do you find your followers, actually? And what other types of videos, other than tags and book reviews, do you make? And moving on to question 7 here. What challenges do you think will be the hardest to overcome with your channel? I think that trying to reach more people and getting more subscribers and more viewers and things like that will probably be a big challenge for me. Because actually my circle of friends right now that I personally see do not really like reading. So really the only people that I know that really like reading are people that I've met online. So I think to reach more people, it will be much more difficult for me because I don't have the immediate network to reach more people. So I would like to actually branch out more and meet more book lovers, no matter what the genre is. That way we can share our knowledge of books together and possibly share each other's videos to reach more people, to get more people to read. That's part of my mission, of course. Okay, and I think the second one here would be the quality of both video and sound. So right now, yeah, I'm just actually using my phone to film this video. I've got a camera as well, but I need to get a mic. So yeah, I mean, that's something that I'm going to invest in soon. That way my quality of videos improve. But I feel like also this is not really the most important part of making videos on YouTube. I think one of the most important parts is showing that you are really engaged, showing your emotion, and having a message to give to your audience, and it being able to connect with your audience. So I think that's really important. But I do want to have good quality sound and video as well. That will just, like the icing on the cake, make it that much better. Number 8. When did you start reading? Okay, I think I've already covered this before, but when I was a child, I was reading a little bit here and there, maybe 1 or 2 books per year. And then I started reading avidly in, here's the year again, 2015 is when I started reading avidly. Okay, I don't need to explain it again because I already explained it. Number 9. Where do you read? Ah, man, I love this question. So the first one is in a semi-busy coffee shop. So not too loud, and preferably an outside coffee shop. Maybe next to the beach or something. But not too loud, and maybe playing some soft jazz music. Not that slow jazz or smooth jazz or anything like that, but like real jazz in the background. And just, yeah, drinking my coffee, reading my book. Not too much noise going on around me. Sitting in a sofa next to the window. Okay, that's the first place. Love reading in a coffee shop. Second place, believe it or not, is sitting in a bar or a lounge. Not like a filthy bar or anything like that. Not too much sound going on. Yeah, preferably like a lounge. Sitting in a sofa, drinking a beer, and reading a book. Love that. And then the third best place would be on the beach. Laying down, not in the sun, but under an umbrella, and reading a book. That would be freaking fantastic. Okay, and I'll give you a bonus one too. I do like to read at my office during my break. And usually I just try and find a quiet place somewhere and read for 10 or 15 minutes. Love that. And the very last question I have here is, what types of books do you read? Okay, and I've already answered this one. My favorite type of book to read right now is business book or entrepreneurial book. Some sort of nonfiction book which helps me to improve my own life and own business. This right here is so important to me, and actually I find lots and lots of pleasure in reading business books. Just the feeling of getting that knowledge into my brain is awesome. And for you Indonesians out there watching, luar biasa. Yeah, so that's one reason, or one type of book. And then also my second favorite is science fiction and fantasy. Like currently I'm trying to finish up with The Wise Man's Fear from the King Killer Chronicle. And the third book should be coming out sometime this year, which we've all been waiting for like 7 years for, or something like that. The Doors of Stone, I believe it's called. All right. So that is it for the BookTube Newbie Tag. And I would actually like to pass this tag on to 3 of my fellow business booktubers, which will also be new at this because there is no business booktube yet, except for the 2 videos or 3 videos that Rosanna Sunley and also Tony Mosey have made. Okay, so the 3 people I tag are Book Thinkers, Alex and Books, and Book Success. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed the new Business BookTube Newbie Tag, and I will see you guys next video. Don't forget to subscribe in the button below, leave a comment, share whatever you want to do, and guys, take care.